Basia to Sabatabadium, Betty Godi, the Bishop. Magana to Miran the Surgeon. Shakshi Umblitum Yena to smash the good away nama. O Magana to Miran the Surgeon Jana Shalaka. Shakshi Umblitum Yena to smash the good away nama. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindu Dina Bandu Jago Patego Pishago Pika Kanterada Kantenamas. Tapta Kanchana Gorangira Devin the Venishari Bishabana Suti Devi. Pranama Mehare Priyavancha Karapata Rivias Chakripas in the Vasha Patichanampa Benibio. Vashneve Bio Namo Namaha Jash Krishna Chaitanya Prabhunityan, the Shred Veta Gadara should have said good. No Shimada Krishna piece over to the Shri Mati Kapuchina just to Yeah, transformations, we transform ourselves to transform people. I was for Mecha Munina, meaning to be a way. Our young couple that remembers some way. Mama Munina, a happy new year. As a rare from 2024, the Mecha will be na Master Yankopon, say Yankopon, and say a ding. Yankopon and Boo be a home by. On Yankopon Casa Mecan, who said a bay a fine Simono. No more bit to me, Akoyi, said the Obi bia esusuno. And then 3rd January 2024. And I'm happy that I'm here. Now and so many ninkomo. In fact, today you see the forecast of 2024. But I'm telling you, I'm going to give you tomorrow's news today. That's what I want to do. I want to give you tomorrow's news today. And no matter we expect it, if free or China all the way, and I free a day before yesterday, 1st January, all the way to 31st of December. And even some of my observation, normal 2025, 2026. And trust me, have a seat. Today we have wonderful things to talk about. Say they wouldn't even know if your platform is so transformation era. Our YouTube ha. Video about numbers you're expecting within the year. And today we have very, very, very detailed information about the year. I didn't be a chain now, 3rd January, and say, your person will be a car bond, some can be every answer. And to be honest with you, I've been very busy all these weeks. Facebook, team, definitely 31st night. I'm on for cooking and sending me, break Congo TV. And I know as usual, only few of them now we are genuine. Don't want to only few ones, genuine few ones. And many say, na information I made them about the year. No, that's why I have the joy. I mean, I have a joy. The fact to say, and some of you can a guide them movie be Tina Bribi and I and you say you better hand any more this and common. Na Bribi as they are mechano. Say, we will be, I will say. Who can be afa or china who elbra channing maya. Now what the can be there. Before say be more coins can from. I see a bisa was said you can't be a chum say. But it's very unfortunate. I mean, you couldn't a woman every year I know 31st night. I saw for Bible until they can no maybe see. They are training 365 days. They are more coin view abba. And we fail to question them about the previous prophecy and now predictions, whatever it is. So they have the chance coming out to telling us things. The media house and I mean, because now we the first number I'm going to them could share a bar on thing. Movie so must say also 2022 the first now can say. But over to match a more hen a while you say a bum. And son of a so can you broadcast here. But people will be very careful. But unfortunately it's not happening like that. The air can say, we want to share with you. 2023, I said many things. I told you first, 2023 was ruled by Ketu because it was number 7. And I told you all the series, no more number 7, they all create in a Ketu, no mercy. I don't need to repeat everything. I said many things. I said, joblessness. A month of Juma. Go there and see. 2023, been see that for years, 50 years, 60 years. Ade see in regards to amount for sure Mojuma 2023. Now winning online. I told you it's a year of investigation. President Trump, the CIA, they are investigating him. The certain president of the USA, Biden, they are investigating him. Biden, almost investigating him. And many other great men in society. I said, I told you, what are not be so bad. Since you are tired, better see a we are by see sooner tired, better see everything happened. There are specifications. I didn't see what Israel see and to call Mukui. I said it. Said Israel for ebe attack a weapon site Iran. Or more attack here, the USA will not be happy with them. And they will come out boldly say, we don't support this. From there, Iran no better keep vow, said they will take revenge. And now at the very terrible war, ABC or Middle East. Exactly what is happening. I think around say April or so, Israel for used 3 drones at the attack a weapon site of Iran. Iran for news to say, Omotimu at I think 2 of the drone, Bagope and a hit target. And they said they will take revenge. Officer Hamas for no more to me, you know. So on the 7th October. Iran is behind them. And that was the revenge almost on taken. So, and many other things that we said, everything is happening. So, I was saying, I am about giving you the news of tomorrow. Of tomorrow, today. No matter where expected or China, any other become as a match. Today, this is the first time I will hear Waha transformation era. Maybe I just subscribe to the channel. Now, I'll be to me invite on for that will be a beautiful thing. And I'll be very happy to say, go back on the 3rd of January 2023. Na share my video about the year. And some point about video na amount an idea. I give my person wunya and sakwa what me at the making say. So this year 2024, let's go straight to it because I have so much to talk about. To me, person can say me about 2023 and some can this year. I gave about 27 different kind of predictions. A movie you pen am see here. Ningina asi. Until so na distinction, Ningina asi. Na mpo de enyansi ye na kura na home pupu ye bi see just say, you know, see one thing you should understand. We are not robots. The world is predestined, but 30% is based on our free will. And the idea about the sea, nipa betimi aye ho ade say yetu ho na mom papa. And there are some things be ho so e be na me pia bonte menya accident. It is in my destiny. One pia nkwa bonte na che dem na you very careful. Accident in NC. Say bibi kra be sea e be enye car accident bia onam na bebu na bibi keke bi. What do I say? Based on the fact say wunya information be about the bisi no, utimi tu ho na mo. There are many things you can and just say me nyame. I'm also a human being. But just say ahobrasie any adusua bi ne nya, any gift bi any nya yetimu ka bibi emani bom. Nti say you can be kra na say ansi ezalia. You should understand I am not God. I'm a human being like you. Just say you take your time you sua there. You've learned mystical science. A very great science and every information is hidden there. And nti anything you be amount and any ochana. And let me tell you the way I'm a first one, me forecast. In a brief statement. You see, I'm an astrologer. I'm a numerologist. Okay? I'm a psychic. I'm a seer. I'm a grandmaster. I combine all these things together to get information. And until I draw a chart now, I the position of the planets, their retrogressy, their conjonctive, their conjunctive, their transit. You in area. Then now my information based on the constellation. But now we sit down, go into it, meditate to find out, say, where you who and send econo. Some of the things, you know, it is just based on the constellation, we will tell you. Some of them, no, we have to sit down, meditate, and find out. So there are many, many methods, and you use come boom. I am not a prophet of God. I'm not an evangelist. I'm also for. The Mbeka they are hidden in the stars. That's what I said from the beginning. I'm going to give you the news of tomorrow, today. Because all these things are hidden in the stars, and God does not lie, and the star will never lie. So, 2024, in numerology, number 8, 2024. That is number 8. So, How do we deal with this? All the numbers, the decimal numbers within these groupings, as you know, because beer effect will year. So first, number 2, ebenya effect 2024. 4 so 4 also benya the effect both positive and negative 2024. The okay nyina de bomu a 2024 bema 8 nso bema the good side, the bad side, the influence the year no. They mean say you benya 3 different kind of numbers are you dealing with in this year. You're dealing with number 2, the positives and the negatives. You're dealing with number 4, the positives and the negative. You're dealing with number 8, which is the presiding number for the year, the positive and the negatives. So these 3 numbers. So what I'm going to do now is say, remember some few basics be about number 2. Say the bekono, both the good and the bad. About number 4, say the bekono, good and bad. Number 8 in Ankasa. Now here, then I will tell you what the year 2024 have for you. Okay, so let's go through it. In fact, my team mediama today 2024 forecast and they said, giving tomorrow's news today. Okay, giving you tomorrow's news today. News about all the way to the end of the year, and none of them one then, so you must pay attention. So first thing, say nebe calculate no. The year 2024, number 8. You have 3 different kind of numbers. You have number 2, you have number 4, and you have number 8. Number 2 is ruled by the moon. In numerology, number 2 is ruled by the moon. And these are some of the positives and the negatives. Many brief because I have more than 140 different kind of predictions for the year. All the way from Africa to Asia, to the Middle East, to the UK, to the US, Canada, like that. About 140 something. So many briefs said by bit me cost near bobo so at the amount. So first the number 2 no, is ruled by the moon. So the moon here. The moon give high emotional imbalance. Anytime the moon controls, people are unable to control their emotions. So our emotion become very imbalanced anytime the moon is at post. That's number 1. Number 2, unstable mood swings. When the moon controls, you cannot control your moods. And nobody say come Ochinana Bibi say. And that was Ochina Buofu. So anytime the moon is in operation, unstable mood swings. During the time when the moon operates, people become very intuitive. And in the amount for or might be in that time they're able to think so much, especially during the time of the full moon. Because anytime the moon operates, people become very intuitive. Then people become very imaginative. Anytime the moon operates, people become very imaginative. Then the last thing is people become very lonely. Loneliness. Anytime the moon is in operation. So these are the few things that the good, the bad about the moon. So high emotional imbalance, unstable mood swings, intuitiveness, imaginative, and then loneliness. These are the things that you have to, underline. Because all these will be operating within the year 2024. Then they come to number 4. Because a year 2024, there were 2, there were 4, there were 8. There actually BM. Over 4 now. Number 4 is ruled by Rahu. Rahu. 2020. The we are see mutantan because Rahu was in operation. Now the entire man here who no. Anytime be obe 2, any 0 no. 0 gina homa death. And I say voidness, emptiness. The better 2 who then you are going through what happened in 2020. So number 4 no a Rahu. Rahu no or you be a planet a very mystical, shadow, powerful planet. And obi biana Rahu benya impact in your life, you should expect to say and movie to be a be ginger, a be useless, fruitless. Rahu is a terrible planet. So when I'm reading somebody who say Rahu in the transit in the conjunction here too much, you should know say you have a big work to do. So number 4 no. Rule no again how Rahu say or you too stubborn. Can be beyond na so din. Okay, the way no be your board obey. Too stubborn, resistant to change. Rahu on pay change. Do I say I didn't know you now boy and one obey on pay change. Change your demon. So you should be expecting this within the year. People will be very stubborn and they will be resistant to change. That's the sign. Then if you come to number 3, too serious. Or you're stubborn. Now or you're very serious with that. So that's one of the aspects of Rahu, number 4. And then we come to lack of tolerance. The person cannot tolerate anybody. I think a clear lack of tolerance. Then rebellious. Because will be a rebel. What does it? Of course, Africans say rebels. So anytime Rahu is in operation, or you're very rebellious, into rebellion, there's not the good side of Rahu. They say, or very good leadership quality. Because else you will be a leader. Not or you're stubborn, or you're resistant to change, or you're serious, and on authority, no matter that person is able to lead. Because at times, I'm do what you know, you can't lead them. So Rahu have good leadership qualities. Good at keeping secrets. Anytime Rahu is in operation, people would like to keep secrets. They will never allow things to come out. That is when Rahu is in operation. Then people become very hardworking. That's one aspect of number 4. Hardworking is one of the positive side of Rahu. Number 4. People become very ambitious. You want to go for it. People become very reliable. Then 110, illusion. At times, when I'm and I say, Sana Rahutie. Adibe who be an illusion. Once I did you hang or problem. Once I rehob you, or for someone that take a risk of and any jabba, because Rahu deals with illusion. Okay, then worldly desires. Anytime Rahu operating, people like material things. If we want to amass things, then insatiable cravings. As a corner bunny, be behind and so. Maybe we say insatiable cravings. There and so anytime Rahu is in operation. Then manipulation. Rahu will manipulate to do things okay? Then I come to sudden events. And no more beyond planning or home. And no more new beyond basic team. That is when Rahu until here 2020. Only year the whole world economy crashed. Plain BN2. Unexpected event. Then materialism. People are so much in tune with getting material things, material enjoyment. Then we have ambition and obsession. So these are the things that any time number 4. What 2024 no. These are some of the things you should be able to expect. Until this year, you better expect within the year. People be too stubborn, resistant to change, too serious, lack of tolerance, rebellious. Those kind of things this year we should be expected. And then number 8, which is the fundamental number of the year, the presiding deity of the year, the presiding plan of the year. Certain, no? These are some of the things you know. Number 1 is discipline. Certain bed discipline for this year. One cast of better behavior. Certain number 1 is discipline. So when you're disciplined, they are this year. One cast of bed one. Number 1 is discipline. Number 2 is responsibility. Certain will make sure say, and I won't be able to know you'll be responsible for that. There's no way I'll be to me a benefit home. You will be responsible for any deed, any action you perform, and that is certain. Number 3 are restrictions. The opposite way you're not certain on my one yet, or very restrictive. No matter how strong you are, and no matter how serious you are, certain will restrict you. If you are not responsible, if you are not disciplined, certain will restrict you. When I say when you are restricted when you if you don't have discipline and responsibility in your life. Then we come to limitations. Or restricted or more limitation. To ko ani person ye tro sign. Obe limit by force. Then structure. Certain like structure. Ese bibia de na kwam se de tie pepepe. That's how certain operating. Okay? Perseverance. So be ya de ne wo ba mu na be kosoaye. So in 2024, those who persevere with the responsibility and discipline, they will be successful because Satan will favor them. Endurance. No matter the difficulty, no matter the hardship, you endure, you persevere with discipline and responsibility. Everybody will be crying. You will be smiling because you will have complete favor from the presiding deity of 2024, the Saturn planet. You must be mature, maturity. People should work with intelligence, with maturity. In 2024, we will be Jimmy for over here. Huh? We are anyhow. Young guy who when you maybe you will do at the age of 45. I think now more person most gets you mature. Say was somebody said this year. One can say him oba will be 30 something years. Won't worry. Now this year, you must act with maturity in 2024 because when Satan is in operation, he wants to see people are matured. Plan your life properly. You must have structure in your life. Then you have favor. Then wisdom. You must have wisdom. Anytime Satan is in operation, wisdom is so much important. You must be able to possess wisdom. Then hard work. Don't forget, persistence be a way to the honor. A jumading, kosono jumading, then justice. When Satan is in operation, justice is done. And they say, who deserve A? A na ubenya. Who deserve B? B na ubenya. When Satan is in operation, justice. Anytime Satan is in operation. Then ambition. Ambition. Ubenya holding or pepebi apasa we are the no. You want to do it, then Satan will bless you. Then your difference is karmic lessons. Karmic lessons in numerology or in astrology, you say, will you be a unyasu and who be free? Ade be a true muda. Learning from your past mistakes. Say be a baby A, B, C, they call say you, hey, my mentor and answer, and I'm here answer. Karmic lessons, and he say, are they are told that not even reflecting based on that will take a decision in wisdom, in maturity. Then when you have discipline and responsibility, everything will become so smooth for you. Then, see the last one, no. Satan acts like the father figure. Oh, papa. Oh, Makwai will be any move here. Satan acts like a father figure for everybody. You don't know also what things are better. We are Kurama Satan, we are in the back, and the baby kids will say, Papa no or draining Kutnamano. I will say, the robot see, I will not lie to you, and he knows that they are making ABC. After I say Jumu, I'll come back here and tell you, say, make an ABCD. I ain't a boom. So these are the things we should be expecting: discipline, responsibility, restrictions, limitations, structure, perseverance, endurance, maturity, wisdom, hard work, justice, ambition, karmic lessons, and the father figure. That's the last point in the father figure. Who now also your president? Oh, boy, in the back. So these are the things we are facing. Number 2, number 4, number 8. We are dealing with this. And based on this constellation, I have gotten about 140 different kind of occurrences, the whole world. So pay attention. I'm going to go through them. I think say your video be in part 1, part 2 because ebe what do. Part 1, part 2 said people were able to grasp everything. Match was say number 2, number 4, number 8. So what is 2024? So I say men summarize them out. Now me some key points to be able to media better within the year 2024. Any 2024 is a year of balancing, a year of responsibility, a year of religious extremism, and a year of tribal conflicts. Me born to farm. Tibilibi ahun se bibi si pa na en refer to wadwum say Jnana kan. 2024 is a year of balancing, a year of responsibility, a year of religious extremism, a year of tribal conflict. That is 2024 for you, in brief. It means that this year, people will be forced to balance their life. And if they refuse to balance their life, they will go through hard, difficult situations. This year, people will be forced to become responsible for whatever action they perform. This year, because number 8, a stand for religious zealotism. Number 8. So people will be forced to do things to please their religion. People will be forced to do things to please their tribes. So religious extremism and tribal conflict this year will be in abundance everywhere in the whole world. Now, see, when I was just meditating, I got some few points, especially about religious extremism, and I wanted to find out, say, which are the places that, yes, some of these things. I'm going to give you some names, specific names, but be a BBC. And this year, 2024, religious extremism, it is going to change the dimension of how all presidents and leaders think. I feel a year, many new things they've been seen by the administration. Because of this, religious extremism and tribal conflict. So I have about 140 something. Let me see how many. 141 different kind of predictions. So the way I'm here this year, no, I wanted to be very detailed. Last year, I gave only 27. Not enough. Because we are saying say daily does. So I decided, say, may be first. I will say something. Remember, be general, like general, we are singing no, saying a becono. We are not so. Me free general, but I'm a normal focus. The mamono. My general, I'm about my career, I'm about relationship, my about we like that. So me like global together in a way. Me we are specific about USA. What do we expect to happen in US? Nama briefly in about see I say. Me want nama see. What do we expect in Canada? Nama briefly me want what will happen in Africa? What will happen in the Middle East? Asia, Australia, like that. Point. Say the be easy for you to get. So now let us go through it. Because 141. So I'm thinking it's a bit mind be a part 1, part 2. Until they be a part 2 now. When you say I part 1 that. Now we have part 1, so that when you say you have to go there and watch the part 2. So the total glimpse of the whole thing. So number 1 of what the star says, you be within the year 2024, and it said there will be continuous, dangerous alliance of China, Russia, and Iran to break the Western world. There will be continuous, dangerous alliance of China, Russia, and Iran to break the Western world. What's the name say? You say Brazil for no ne Russia and China. This year, call money papa. And a bad dangerous this time around. Knowing very well, say China for him said, to say America for how about the world economy now. So America for him more take lead or can be also. And a Russia for America for them. The China for me diplomatic. Or no own soon and him to not will be true. No war. Russia didn't say America for pay us you know enemies. China the money America for a lot of business deals. To me out boldly. So they go under Russia. And Iran for so the money America for so they go under Iran as well. Now these two no pussy. Now China show massive. So this year there's going to be a dangerous alliance. So call me in some way. But it is going to be already something is going on, but it's going to be dangerous in 2024. Number 2, Russia will be secretly supplying Iran with new missile technology to assist Hamas and Lebanon in the Middle East to prolong the war to take away the world's attention from Ukraine. One was there Russia for time na or money Ukraine for Tokwano. Every day now what teams are news going on. Say CIA no. Israel for Tokwano by they wouldn't see Ukraine as any view, but it's so happening they are fighting every day. It is good for Russia. They say I'm on for Israel and Gaza. So what is happening in Russia and in Ukraine? No, people don't pay attention. So Russia, Obeha say Amma, Iran for no, or much Hamas for us, no. Missile technology. And no, a bit team Israel for no. Ya totowa, na Israel for any bit or more battle, no. Then people forget about what's happening in Ukraine. So the Russia, no, obey to me, the oil, no. So they will supply some intelligence in regards to missile technology. I'm Iran for some we are no my Lebanon be now for Israel for South to her. Now Hamas for their for her. Then attention will be there. Then everybody forget about what is happening between Ukraine and then Russia. The American you see it's going to happen as usual. Don't forget, I am giving you tomorrow's news today. Number 3, there will be significant cyber attacks from Japan by hijacking a gaming software and some banking systems in the West, especially in the US. China will be behind it. So what they're going to do, once they see a gaming software, baby, they will ask you. China will use a gaming software with Japan. That's the way I say, you go game now, boom. In your boom, pantam now, hijack so many banks. So they will get a lot of information there. They will get a lot of data there. China will be behind it. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Abeba news in as usual. Abeba number 4. We have more time. By October, November 2024, the conflict between China and Taiwan may escalate. Don't forget, my last year prediction, 2023, I spoke of it, which did not manifest fully. There was some fighting underground, but I see this year, October, November, a bear escalate. You know one thing? They will wait when the Americans are having their election. Our attention in our election, that's the time China will try to attack Taiwan. The American overtake the news. Overtake. It's going to happen. Number 6, a dozen to me, the stars are foreseeing India in the future will break away from Russia deals and get more closer with the West. Israel for money, Russia for deliver, and Titama, Ukraine for ne Russia talk on the Western Nana, OBBI condemn, Israel demand condemn because oil in the free over. Later, my bachelor, the entire Israel, India for on back free Russia, West, more no. I will tell you because I have other prediction under there. The reason behind this arrangement. You know, very soon when say India has here, they will be buying all their things from the Western world as compared to the Omiyani previously. 2023, 2022, and now more of Russia. Even Royal for Krana, Yasanshi or more. No more say Omuntimu and dealing dollar no. Now India for a top, Russia for oil, no India sikum and Russia sikum. But all this dealing in India be trading in them because something is happening between Pakistan and India, and China is behind them. So India will see, say, or Musika Omadema Russia and Russia for the support to China, China the support to Pakistan, a Kotia is India for. So they have to curtail that deal. I will tell you the reason behind or more idea say on person or more person say a star now or can some. Number 7. A new form of spirituality that transcends religion. Okay? A universal kind of a religion will surface in 2024. What I'm saying is, 2024, I said, the way I sat and between Krofu, a man for between a mombia no anything positive happening. No, people will try to approach mysticism, like self-awareness, that kind of feeling. No, a whole number of people will come out, say, like awakening kind of spirit be. Obi a person who anticipated spiritually, obi a person who develop on home. Nti no ema me religion bi o se bi a new religion be now about. But as any part now be more aware of their life, more aware of their existence, and they want to emancipate. So something a transcending religion in 2024 will manifest. So once a young guy be that's why awaken, will be a philosophy, will be a inspiration. That kind of thing is going to happen in 2024. Number 8, where you see after 2026. After 2026, many good situations will emerge, including climate change. On says, see, I know it will be an airport. Last year, now I'm for see a very good year. Airport. I told you. This year, 2024, I'm for a very year. See any year. Next year, 2025, 2026, a whole and a normal basis. Next year, number 9. A year after that, number 1. So number 1, number 9, you'll be some good things happening. If the climate change, you'll be some changes happening in 2025 and then 2026. Number 9. There will be a huge earthquake in America, in far west coast, extending to Mexico City. And I give you name. There will be huge earthquake in far west, America. Now, extend here to Mexico City. Baby news, obe TV. Now, like I say, we give you tomorrow's news today. Number 10. I see serious flooding in London and Europe. Germany, particularly, will be flooded. I said, I see serious flooding in London and Europe. But Europe, where Germany, particularly, will be flooded this year. Hey, number 11. I also see flooding in the Middle East. On the whole zone down. Middle East zone down, but this year there will be flooding there. And later on, I'll come and tell you what is going to cause the flooding. A great river be woho. Something will happen to the river. I'll come and give you date. Relax, don't rush. Let me know why you better. So don't rush. Number 12. TNE. The reason here ubenya flooding will be in zone down to the T. I saw the river Nile somehow breaking its boundary to cause serious flooding. Also, Egypt, river Nile. Even Ethiopia for crime, also more dambi. My Egypt for both the ending. According to the stars, that river Nile, I don't know what that dam now. Ethiopia 4 years knows that it is going to break its banks. And because of terrible flooding in the Middle East. Around that area, Egypt, and then it's that area, River Nile. Don't forget the name of the river, River Nile. You call number 13. The stars, once again, is predicting of wildfires in Australia, especially in Canberra. Omo capital, one of the states, like cities in Ibi, in Canberra. Stars and say fires can see Australia but this year because Canberra. That I don't know what the name I'm pronouncing properly, but that's what the stars saying. Number 14, an earthquake in Italy. An earthquake in Italy is seen in 2024 with a high magnitude. Those of you in Italy, the American is here. Men can say at the Boninsio, but we make a mini power over them. Star no cancer more dimicate ticket in over. So we are making you just have to be careful. Star on your car wow there. The officer will be by your why not be what minimizing the impact. Star no count there. Okay. Then we are going to number 15. Because anytime I say I'm seeing, it means after my draft chart, I meditate on it. But because the cancellation says, it means after me check cancellation, I didn't do anything about it. Until you be out for bones, video say I'm seeing. Because I'm seeing, it means after my charting interview, I personally had a feel of what I'm talking about. So number 15, they say I am seeing great social change. Imagine, for instance, laws against transgender. Something like they won't allow them to participate in the 2024 Olympics. On the Western world, you know, almost the human rights almost for Niagara. Do better than a point check now. Who ska kwa ye wade na ya point na ye men almost for him. Opeso wade above na kwa no. But it's surprising say in 2024 they will start changing. Say if a month for kwa na omoye transgender, no, they might not even allow them to perform the Olympics in 2024. Jamaican, don't forget to. I am giving you tomorrow's news today. Okay, number 16. This is my fear. A lot of Islamic or religious extremism happening all around the world, particularly in Europe, the US, and Canada. Islamic extremism or religious extremism. Sumti terrorism this year. A better to same Kumakwain. William Kumakwain. She will out here from team. So this year, Thierry may say a lot of Islamic or religious extremism happening all around the world. See, Islam is a beautiful religion of peace. But there are some kind of characters be follow and say. So this year, on bet targeted no man on best say we are dealing with number 8. They wouldn't name their making. Share Messi way I saw this. At least after this point, I saw about 4 or 5 different kind of sporting events. Or my blasty baby. 4 or 5 sporting events. Or my blasty baby atum. I will say, don't forget we are dealing with number 8. Number 8 is certain. Religious extremism, tribal conflicts. So number 16, we can be a lot of Islamic or religious extremism happening all around the world, particularly in Europe, USA, and then Canada. Number 17, there's going to be a whole new meaning of what citizenship in Europe and the US means. You know why? I am seeing human rights laws being changed or overturned in the US. You know, there's going to be a serious flooding of immigrants into Europe, into Canada, into Australia, into the US. Now, a bit too much to the point said the citizens themselves will push the government and say, no, we can't accept these people anymore. Because so the government will be forced. So on baby to say first citizen, second citizen, third citizen. There will be a own na papa na mama ya for the way first citizen. Nti bibia ni they know how to deal with you. But obi a wo no ofri ba bia ba no. Ya ma citizen wo ya nsem hu na pene ya jafru nsem. Ya make am better ya. Me say don't forget to I am giving you tomorrow's news today. Okay? Ade we me kasa no say me nam fo bibem so muntutu kwai. Ti me hu ade we nem yam hyehye me. Because see, mama ka bibem kire. Ebeba ho. Now, me do US, no. Specifically, I was doing something about the US. And I saw, say, before the election, no, a man for because they know very well, said that Trump will win here. On Makwai. So people, it will overwhelm the security. It is going to overwhelm the border security for instance. No more kono criminals Kobe, drug addicts Kobe, like that. The bedu baby no kronuma for no ebeha almost no yam penny. So, as we go, who said there will be serious of uprising within all countries, especially the Western world. And you know, our government, you know, our take policy said no. One free Ghana, free Nigeria buy, and our bay Juma and Yama citizenship. No, we are born to be a penny a revoke citizenship. Definitely, the best 2024. So, Yanko number 18. There will be still problems with the world economy. Remember why you know what that say economy system airport was the world economy is going to continue this trajectory. Because people are not responsible, people are not disciplined, people are not mature. We do things anyhow, and Satan will make sure say, oh, wow, share. He is your father figure. He will make sure say you will act right. Omonye ska be na fa Jimmy. Wonya ska na pap na mana na ma obamo ho akere wo betena fi na wadwen. Number 18, there will be still problems with the world economy. This I can see clearly. Number 19, there will be a weak dollar in 2024. Yeah. There will be a weak dollar. And all the Western world, especially with the dollar, weak dollar. More chance to communicate. They make there will be weak dollar in 2024. Number 20, I am seeing a very volatile stock market, which will cause many to lose their life savings. Mama, stock marketing. When you're careful, this year, people will lose their life savings because a very volatile stock market. This I'm seeing. It's going to happen. Number 21, a big oil shortage that will hike oil prices. Troubles of energy will emerge seriously in 2024. Like I said, this year, petrol a beku wiem ho. But then said 2022 will be called a jump every day jump no. This year will be a bad jump because there will be oil shortages. I can't to be ready. Me, be ready because we all drive our cars. Number 22. People should be very careful of crypto investment in 2024. This year. You should be very careful of crypto investment in 2024 because after March this year, I see a readjustment of cryptocurrency laws in many countries. A lot of them will collapse in 2024. So many countries buy your laws on the crypto. There are so many people using it fraudulently. So there will be laws, particularly to ban many of them from operation. They were saving na country no abana block mo pa usika ni na akodim. So people will lose their life savings. So be very, very careful. To say, you should be very, very careful of crypto investment in 2024. After March 2024, this year, I see a readjustment of cryptocurrency laws in many countries. A lot of these crypto platforms in will collapse. Anyway, how? 23, there will be blackouts in California and Texas and other places too. We know now me want to find why? Because Brochero Kwa almost lights in the off. But I saw say more plants ne baby structures are and more let's be a modem and I be more light and on being issues. So going down, I'll tell you specifically why you being blackout in California and Texas because there will be some terrible earthquakes there. About affected normal and more power. To say be almost more wind turbine can see be na ate na say you better be about 2-3 weeks no more year. Now ma or more energy want be something of a sort. Okay. And then going forward, I wanted to find out say Trump what is happening because Trump is going through so much. But still now stars and I can say Trump is going to win 2024. I sat down and I was like, this is serious. Why is the cancellation still predicting say Trump is going to win? Because he's going through a whole lot of illegal problems. But I sat down, I thought, look into it 2, 3, 4 times, and the star still saying that Trump is going to win. To be honest with you, say, man, I'm making a I'm busy here with you because I follow the news. And then state we see I'm standing. A lot of things. But the star is saying, no, Trump is going to win. Then the Trump star na can make when you star na can make. But say Trump will still win 2024 elections in the US. Something me, I don't believe it like that. But because I trust the stars, I have to tell you. 27, There will be some legal attempts made to stop the election in the US 2024. Time I have been who I have been doing a month will be the court, said by ya, on back change the date and on back dragon. They make you here. Number 28. See, I am seeing some crisis around Joe Biden. As we get closer to the elections in the US, I see something like he being whipped away from a stage. I don't know if it's going to be due to ill health. But I just say, I would draw charts and I noticed that Obenya terrible issues. But when you push forward, I want to sit down and see. So it's like a crowd. He's there on the stage and then they pull him out like quickly. To say, you person assassinate you, be an any panel or you're be something like that. So he was whipped. And it's very close to the time, so a few weeks to the election. And it's like he might not be able to contest. Don't forget, 2023, I told you that he's not going to contest. So the star is saying, even those also but at the end of the day, no, he will not be there. So he was whipped from a stake, something of a sort like that, I don't know whether it's ill health or maybe some assassination attempt to be an ABB. But at the end of the day, some few weeks to the election, so somehow maybe Obi are all standing in as an advice and ABB. I bet your bar and a standing, something of a sort. See, at some of these things, and you see with some clouds around it, you don't see some clearly. But how they will vim, based on information, I will not be. Some of them are so clear. Some of them you see with some kind of breaches here and there, some clouds. Especially after we draw the charts, no man clear. You want to, clairvoyant on it to see. At times, some of them are very clear for you to be bold. You still want to talk about it. Number 29. The elections in the US will be very closely contested. And very easy for whoever is going to win. Very, very difficult for all of them. Very closely contested. 30. I see a lot of black vote for Trump. Trump can before he had penance. But start and say 2024 no black for better by man more because say obe to be or your bar now somebody of a color and that will be able to pull crowd. To hear me say a lot of black vote for Trump, a black woman or a woman of color, helping Trump to get more black vote. That is say the vice number your bar or you'll be to baby and answer will be a woman of color and until be pull more black vote for Trump in 2024. 31. In the US, I see people voting with papers or cards, which could mean the digital voting system might encounter some problems. Home system is so high. The more trouble I press with the mailing. But I see said nipa baby will kill more or be a could be no more to and yes, I am normal digital view. So the point is what is going to happen? Then Oko behind it that I'm coming there. So some problems, some sort of AI manipulation. So China, Russia, they will use some AI manipulation to manipulate the system. No, what to talk about? If you want here, at the end to Munyana, they say no manual, that kind of thing in 2024. Until my friend said in the US, I see people voting with papers or cards, which could mean that digital voting system might encounter some problems, some sort of AI manipulation, not from the US actually, to disrupt the voting system. So it's like. And yet, US for one kasa, and outside, Russia, China behind it. They will use AI to manipulate the digital, electoral structures, So people they will be forced to use maybe manual or something. Number 2, because Trump, I go through a lot of legal battles, I want to find out. Even though Stan can say me and I say me can make us be a mingini Trump winning. But so now I'm so confused. So I wanted to find. Will Trump go to jail? Because there are a lot of problems that are going on more. Will you be a hard crack? I wonder. So the better the two, I'm say I'm not seeing Trump in jail, despite the many legal problems he's going through. But I wanted to find out say Trump they're coming in and every day no be jail be by the start saying he said no, he will not be jailed. 33. There will be a serious health situation with Trump, but it won't stop him from contesting the election. Which means the health very, very bad along the way, but still now he will continue to be part of the contest. Number 34. I'm seeing this with Joe Biden. Something like being pulled from a stage. I don't know if this is symbolic, but very close to the elections. maybe weeks to the election, or something like assassination attempt on him. Can before. So I perused it because I wanted to find out exactly what. So he will be whipped from the stage, something like an assassination attempt, or maybe ill health, something like that. And so close to the time of the election. 35 is about Joe Biden's son. 2023. Let me name question Joe Biden will buy Hunter Biden's. The Star said he will be under serious and terrible investigation, and exactly like him. So here, the Star is saying Hunter Biden may go to jail. The son of the current president of USA, he might go to jail, but I think it's not going to be in 2024. It will be after 2024, 2025, 2026. He's going to go to jail. That is certain, but not in 2024. Number 36. There will be news of a huge bribe given to the Biden family. Going forward, some of the information we now him to say my number we I'm going to trip account. Obi or what China? I bet try some data leakage be over China. Until normal China paying for will come out. So from there, some deals be Biden in the family, China for a year bribing. That data will come out to the public domain. And that's how you should remember. Okay, so that's to say there will be a news of huge bribe given to the Biden family. Imagine. Then Nancy Pelosi, I think they were former the House Speaker. I don't see her winning like the saying the seat baby or contested. So I say Nancy Pelosi, I don't see her getting really elected in 2024. Say Obi losing the election. See, some of these things are the cardinal. They are pinpointed, and it's very easy for you to say these things. But the stars don't believe in them, and when the star says it, you draft it, you see all the cancellation, all the transit, and the conjunction. When we why a little bit meditation on it, then you have the brevity to come out to say it. So Nancy Pelosi is not going to be re-elected in 2024. 38. I'm seeing series of power shortages and blackouts in the US. 2024. I said before. Me repeat it for you to remember. Say, power shortages. Ghana hana gadum so how kebini ho. But me the light musa. But 2024 they're going to face some of these things there. 39. I am seeing some destruction to some power infrastructure by a hurricane. Something that will be very hard to fix. Something like a dam in the US. Till the NTI, power blackout. Hurricane can see baby say a infrastructure be as and more light. Say be a wind turbine be a dam, something like that. The effects and maybe take some time. I didn't tell blackouts about US. Then number 40. There will be an earthquake, Makanda, in the west coast. That might be affecting a power infrastructure, and one in the north too. It will affect Mexico as well, like two simultaneous earthquakes in close succession in the US west coast, and then in the north that will affect Canada and Mexico. So it's going to be a terrible one. Around that area, California, there, Mexico, there, around there, it may affect some, power infrastructure, that kind of thing. So it's going to be a terrible thing. I can make a date for this, but unfortunately I couldn't get date, so I'm giving you 2024. Okay, 41. I'm seeing big backlash against immigrants and Islam in 2024. It's going to be serious. I do 2024. These two things: a serious backlash against immigrants and Islam, because there will be serious terrorist attacks in different parts of the world. So country be better than so. Until a man from almost serious. They're making, I wouldn't be happy saying it, but the stars are saying it. So a big backlash against immigrants and Islam 2024. A lot of public uprising and attacks against immigrants. Shops looting, that might bring the military in. That is it. Immigrants who could be required to abandon all that. Now, Ben almost move a shop no more to normal. So, Abu Faba to the point where police in Timisano. So, they might even bring the army in 2024. The American, you will see, is going to happen in the news. Fortunately now, Obianya News, CNN, BBC, Al Jazeera, all the time we are watching them. So BBN are very easy for us to have access to. Number 42, there will be a lot of terrorist attacks in the world, particularly in the US. I'm saying this. Number 8, certain is religious extremism and tribal conflict. So a lot of terrorist attacks in different places, especially in the US. They make here because this is tomorrow's news. Today, they making it's going to happen. Number 8 is there. Satan is operating. Number 8, religious zealotism. Me a Cremonia and one me a Christian and one I'm ready to kill for my religion. Me a SDN, me a Christian, I'm ready to kill. That is what is going to happen in this year, 2024. Number 8. People are ready to kill for their religion. Or for a Christian, or bet me kum for Christianity. Or a Hindu, or a Kremoni, like that kind of thing. It's going to happen. So, number 43. I'm seeing a plane hijacking in the US. It's like a passenger plane, a hostage situation, imagine. A plane hijack, passengers room, hostages, that kind of thing in the US. 44, I am seeing something like an attack in a sporting event in Las Vegas and a similar attack in Europe as well. So, a sport, so I say best 4 or 5 places that people say sporting event attack as you Las Vegas come home and then Oko Europe as well, the BBC. You say I'm seeing something like an attack in a sporting event in Las Vegas and a similar attack in Europe as well. Number 45, floods of immigrants into the US before the election. And that might cause the Democrats losing the election. Democrats, they will lose this election because they before say, Ombeto a man for bet tries to rush from Mexico especially. So room to a amount for more US number for more times. Ban require more homework when it comes to immigration laws. So it might cost them. That will be one of the causes that Bama lose the election in 2020 for the Democrats. Okay. So number 46 here, the stars are seeing gangs of homeless people looting shops, group shooting in Texas and New York. So New York and Texas, we say immigrants no more corner, criminals will be the move. Almost don't bomb crofo has here to anyhow loot shops. It's going to happen, especially in Texas and New York. Number 47, in 2024, no something like some existing sickness. They said TB. Yeah, they be ordered that. Now it come back to force, like about be serious, about be a pandemic, but some kind of endemic kind of thing. So yeah, be ordered that. Ne kwanya kona. About be sorry bill. Na about be ding. We are thinking about particularly our Australia partner, a bit 48, I see something like a rocket shot to bring down a passenger airplane in 2024. Passenger plane. Near shoot to a big home. What to play mupa, the way of course business area rockets are brass or while. But I'm seeing that. So let me to kind of say, anyway, see, we will protect ourselves. At the end of the day, I will give you remedies, what you need to do. Instead of and simply being in one case, you'll be safeguarded. Until instead of making a part 1 and part 2. So at the tail end of the part 2, I will give you remedies, what you need to do. Mobile last year, 2023, my mom some kind of information about what you need to do. Hope I say will minimize the impact of K2 in your life. This year, I will do the same thing. Okay, so number 49. The weather will still be very bad in 2024 with extreme heat, cold, snow, and rain. So this year, normally it's 2023, no, about to us. And so you talk about to us, yeah, the flooding will be a year by din. Snow near to like that. We should be expecting this. Then number 50, so I'm seeing unexpected serious flooding in Chicago with many houses partially submerged. Only in Chicago. Or more than that, I think that and say New York, there, no. But I saw a whole place submerged, like partially all the houses are in flooding. Chicago. It's a very beautiful place. I've been there 3 times saying it's a beautiful place. Number 51, I see a female celebrity dying in a fire outbreak. A jabeto baby, I'm a wood celebrity or bow be wood. 2024. They're making you try to honor because we are giving you tomorrow's news today. Number 52, American economy is going to struggle due to the weaker dollar. So, Mama America, no, Omo Hochi Omo Kwasa no mo yesi. Tiye ye kakwa ye kanekwa. Omo Hochi Omo Kwasa no mo yesi. But Omo no in their own sense, in their own living, no, almost no be very difficult for them. Be complaining a lot. Aye, nya kota franka ye ni beje no be complaining because no moti. Say, so America for complaining not here because I'm up now almost $1,000 complaining. Because they won't think na ho. Omo de omehun say dey mo until stars and say Americans. But me who too much say me am so hu eye. So me am de mutum say me te Ghana na you say America because say them say enya ne de no ka Ghana ne de ka yema me pa. But omo te ho ne de the economy is going to struggle because of the weaker dollar. No? Number 53, there's going to be serious levels of depression in the US in 2024 due to the high cost of living. The omo friend high cost of living now higher the end they breach them no. About cause so much depression for them. To both 2024, the depression level in the US was skyrocketing. Number 54, I'm seeing Chinese misuse of AI technology against US banks. 2024, banks will be temporarily put on hold due to the AI attacks. They will manipulate the artificial intelligence to attack the banking system in the US. And temporarily, all the banks, big ones, they will be put on hold for some time. They make kind of basic. Last year, I told you, say banks were going to collapse. How many banks? Collapse in the US. Big banks. Obiani and that those banks will be good by good. A ton of fofo. And this AI, I see when I was focusing, no AI, like artificial intelligence, and personally, there are times you know say bibi ba when we near America and be who open na I say pay for go to work at the phone so maybe I know me area or when you are not a big man or what you or contact creditor or say Jana or mongoose mami onimbo. The whole point is that the more now cool and new technology one here won't even find him. So I started telling them mission BB AI. I've been learning something online. So when I was doing the forecast, even AI is something that's coming up. So I wanted to go through it, and I saw this. So 55, Elon Musk, okay? He will introduce some AI into his Twitter. Already, according to the Star, no, he has been speaking against AI. Say even the AI is good, but on a terrible side that people don't know. And nobody seems to be paying attention. So Star and say, he is going to use AI, the artificial intelligence, to teach people, say, AI now make a bit me say there. And he will use it through his own X, as a former Twitter. No? Now, there no so many wonderful things, and from there, no people could use it to harm things. Say, I just said, yeah, Obi a Oba yefunu ya ne ya. Now, man, a drew no, and say yefunu ya janako. So, what can I say? Hey, many sweet, they be go through the sweet, you know. Now, sweet man yefunu ya ne ya. So, you want to cure the pain, no? But man, a drew no. Say the baby be no do for better. So it's like Elon Musk will introduce some AI into former Twitter, that's X, to warn the world how dangerous AI could be if not monitored well. So he's going to introduce that into X this year. Every information about you, even the way you think, the way you reason, everything, no, Wakant will be able to tell you. Also, mood or feeling the next few, like something that is serious. The people say, oh, you or no against you, it's going to be very easy. So he will use that to teach people, say, you monitor this artificial intelligence properly because you're on a good side, a bit misguided. Answer yeah there. Then we go to number 56. I'm seeing some big brands in the US collapsing, which could be bought by foreign companies. To be a Tommy Hilfiger, be a good, but be a big brands or both the foreign companies never got to turning in. It's going to happen in 2024. And the last one I will give, and then be a Yako part 2. Now later my mom the remedies that you need to do because the year and the said the mechanic And easy. NASA will send a woman to the moon and also will give some deep hints about alien lives on other planets. In 2024, NASA will do that. They will send a woman to the moon and they will be able to give some hints, like secret information. I bet you say aliens and pancas and more one part. They are beings that or more information about them. I will say, don't forget. Me say this year is number 8. Number 8 in year 2024, year 2, 4, and 8. 2 no the Homa, 4 no the Homa, and 8 the presiding number of the year with Homa. So this year, all this information in fast anomaly will happen. You know, so me summarize the whole year 2024. I say 2024 is a year of balancing, a year of responsibility, a year of religious extremism, a year of tribal conflict. Hana me do busy. Wait for the part 2, and at the tail end of part 2, I'll give you the information what you need to do to safeguard yourself in the year 2024. Thank you for watching. Thank you.